Alright, evolution of slavery. From my perspective on my small time on this planet and the small amount of studying that I've done. Alright. Started off with whips and chains. They started us off with whips and chains, to try to cause you to move by fear, right? They cause you to move by fear. Whips and chains. Slave master come around, oh shoot, let me do this. I don't want to get beat, right? I don't want to get hit. So you act. And nobody wants to get murdered. Whips, chains, death, things of this nature. Torture. And I know I'm leaving some stuff out, right? Next evolution. Mind control. Mind control. Chemical warfare. They play with your mind. They use media, social media, television. They use us against us, Like some of the, this technology that they're using is technology from the human. And the more we use it outside of our being, the more it dies within us. Like, for example, and I know everybody's had this experience where you're like, oh man, you start thinking about a person and then they call, or the phone rings and you're like, oh, that's such and such. That's not coincidence, but that's something that we use regularly, so it stands out. Our senses still past the five senses that they teach us about. Our senses still past that. But if you can control what they call the flesh, the chemical mind, if you can control the chemical mind, you can control the individual. You can lead an individual with fear, and you can lead an individual with love, with the chemical mind. You don't need whips and chains, torture. You don't need things of that nature. All you got to do is throw up a couple illusions, throw up some distractions, and make people believe what you want them to believe, and lead them in that way. And social media and media and any type of media plays, any type of radio waves play a vast role in that part of slavery. And then what goes along with that is your social security number. They used to brand us back in the day. They ain't branding us today because it's all in our mind. We got social security numbers. We remember our social security number. We remember our slave number. And every thing that we do is attached to that slave number. No matter what you do, you're gonna have one social security number here in the business of USA. I've been to other countries, but I've never been a citizen of other countries, so I can't really speak about other countries like that. And once again, this is my perspective. One of my goals is to trigger research, and I hope that people see these videos. It's not like, oh, bash this individual, but like, if I don't know something, let me know. Call me out on my bull crap and point me in the right direction. Because at the end of the day, I want everybody to be free, as free as we can be anyway. The next stage, so that's today. That's the slavery of today. The next stage is going to be what they call that mark, the mark of the beast. It's gonna be the mark of the beast. Most of us already give up our souls and performing day-to-day activities. But the next phase of slavery is gonna be, that chip. Just like in your and I don't go off of what I see on what I'm saying, on what the people talk about social media and stuff like that. In the sense that most of it is misleading. And yeah, I don't discredit a lot of it either. Most of it I believe is factual information. But most conspiracy theories back then are conspiracy facts today. One being the government, man. People talk about the government. I try to tell people, the government ain't. I ain't saying they're necessarily against you, but if they ain't with you, they're against you. You know what I'm saying? They go against biblical uh, codes and morals. One being the amount of stuff that they're giving away, man. They appear to be giving things away, which makes your mind, want more of that. It feels good. It's like a drug, man. The chemicals in the mind are like drugs. You don't need over the counter or under the counter illegal drugs. They use your own mind, brain chemicals, against you. But yeah, the next phase is the chip. Now the chip is gonna be connected to your. There ain't no brain surgery. It's gonna be connected to your It's gonna be connected to your brain. They're gonna be able to shut you down just like they do with chips. Just like they do a common robot, they can hit a button from a distance and shut you down and control you. Or, say a bill ain't paid or something like that. They say, hey, they don't got whips and chains or your brain. They just tell you, hey, you go over there, we're gonna shut you down. You know what I mean? You go over here and do this work to pay back this debt, or we're gonna shut you down. Government, it's not the time to be um, relying on the government, because that's coming. That's what's coming. They're gonna need to get their money back somehow. And man, inflation, as fast as inflation is going up, they talk about recessions happen and stuff like that right there, but it's not gonna be the same. It's a great reset coming. It's a great reset coming. Everything's about to be reset, man. Order is about to be. It's not about to be like we knew it. It's not gonna reset and rebuild into the same thing that it was before. So, yeah, try to if you can, try to step away from social media platforms for like, a week or two, or even a month if you can. Try to step away from social media platforms. Try to step away and listen. I know I'm using this social media platform to deliver this message. If you get this message, try to back off from social media for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just for a little piece, just to let your connection with your inner being merge back together. Because all of this stuff, as we know, it happened over time, man. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time. But there is an agenda, and it can't happen too fast in one's lifetime, because you'll see it. If it happens too fast in this lifetime, then people will catch on. It has to happen over generations, right? It has to happen over generations, because in almost every generation that comes about thinks everything that's in his generation is new, right? When that's not the case. It's a cycle. It's a evolving cycle, but things are changing in every cycle, if that makes sense. So yeah, the chip. Avoid the chip. Avoid the chip. Avoid, if you can, avoid, governmental assistance. Avoid things of that nature, man. And it sounds crazy. It sounds weird, especially this is a technological age. But try to avoid as much technology as possible, man. If you live in an apartment, put some plant some vegetables or whatever on your stoop or whatever. Try to grow some foods. Try to connect back with nature as much as possible. Because the nature that we're connected to today is artificial, man. Things today are becoming more and more artificial. And the food, it's coming to a point to where they gotta tell us when the food is fake and when it's not, bro. How do I say it? They take the food that grows itself and trades it out for the food that's on the shelf. And tells a lie that food is good for health, when in fact, that food is good for death. This food is killing us, man. It's artificial. It's not even real. Therefore, we become artificial. We become not real. We live a life that, today we're governed mostly by our emotions and feelings. We don't even connect. Most of us don't even connect with the Most High God, which is logic, right? It's about how we feel. Come on, look at the way things are going. Nobody even got to say it. We see it, but they keep so many things trending that you miss it, man. You miss it because they keep updating the system. Anyway, I don't even know what the heck I started off in this video. But oh yeah, slavery. Yeah, slavery, yeah, the update, yeah, evolution, man, evolution of slavery. It's all about slavery. It's not even it's everybody's a slave, man. If you got a social security number, you're a slave. If you got a number recording your existence or you're a slave. If you got some type of number that you got to punch into a system to know who you are, you're a slave. You've been recorded, man. That's your brand. But the brand is in the mind. It's not on the body. Later, it's gonna be a chip. You ain't gonna be able to get away from that. But anyway, that's it. They say, they say I got a bunch of useless information. They say I talk a lot. They say I'm an overthinker. Well, I'm gonna use this platform, this social media platform that I'm trying to tell everybody to stay off of, to get that message out there. Anybody watch the video, I wish you a lot of peace, love, and elevation.